Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So welcome to a new environment. This is my office. I thought I will make an experiment and make a video here, see how it goes. So I wanted to talk about stepping into your own power, especially when you are an empath. So an empath is basically a person that tends to read other people's energy and feels responsible for other people's emotions, oftentimes at their own expense. Now, I will not go into detail why that is, but I would like to tell you a story of what happens when you stop doing that. So, quite recently, I started to reevaluating myself and how my old patterns of these people pleasing and tending other people's needs reflect upon me. So many times I would see that people come to me with problems, but usually when they're good, they do not really share happiness with me because then they're good, so they don't need to, contact me in any way. And I started to notice that oftentimes certain relationships in my life were codependent in that way. And when I started to set boundaries, people started to fall off of my life, basically. And I think it happens because, in a way, I started to kill off the person that they used to know. So I was no longer happy to always help and oblige and spend so much energy upon other people at my own expense, So codependent relationships are relationships that I no longer want to honor in my life. And I'm really happy right now that I have much more free time. And there is also space that open up for different relationships to come into my life, and that's good. So one of the things that can happen basically is people leaving your life because you no longer serve them to the extent that they're used to. And somehow when you set boundaries, they see you as a villain, which comes to second point I wanted to make. So the moment you start to tend your own needs and the moment you start to first put yourself first before others, you may feel guilty in a way because that's not something you used to do. Maybe you even are afraid that you will turn into a narcissist. But I wanted to tell you that there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. There's nothing wrong with communicating to people how you feel, what you will accept and what you will not accept. This is actually a healthy way of operating in this life. And if you don't do that, it's much more probable for people to basically take advantage of you. So just because you go over the head to help someone will probably not meet with gratitude from their side. They will just take until there is nothing left to take from. So if you turn this dynamic upside down and let's say you become a villain to people who used to use you, you open basically possibility to healthy relationships to come into your life, but also you start to respect yourself more, and as a result you become more magnetic. So more opportunities come your way, people perceive you in a different way, they also respect you more when you set boundaries. So it's definitely worth to try and see how your life changes. Now, one of the things I would like to point out is like quite recently I had to set a boundary and take my apartment back, and my brother used to live here. When he moved out, first of all, I basically became much more peaceful because I have much more freedom. I have peace of mind, there is no one around here, so I can do whatever I want. I can tend this place and feel more gratitude for being here. But apart from that, I noticed that my family started to respect me more. And in a way, they haven't changed like totally, but they perceive me in a different way because I stood up for myself and I said, no, we're not doing this thing we've been doing for years. So my brother is not going to live with me for free. That was something that was necessary for me to do. And as hard as I thought it would be, it wasn't really as hard. Yes, it was emotional, but I think the part of me that was used to helping others in a way had to die because I was helping others at my own expense. Even if it was my family, it was still at my own expense. And when I finally claimed what's mine back to me, I wasn't met with understanding from his side. He's basically resenting me right now, but I think it was necessary for him as well to learn the lesson that he's also responsible for himself and he shouldn't expect other people from family constantly helping him. He's an adult and he should take care of himself as well. So I've learned him that lesson, but he also taught me a lesson to stand up for myself. So in a way, I think this whole situation was beneficial for both of us. So to sum it up, when you set boundaries with people and you start to tend to your own needs and you realize that everyone is adults as well and they should regulate themselves, that's when you no longer squander your own energy for other people. You can claim the energy back to you and you become more magnetic. So that's all what I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed that episode and see you next time. Bye bye.